meeting to order, please rise. We could have a moment of silence, keep our thoughts and prayers, our military, law enforcement, all emergency responders, always return home safe. And also for our councilwoman from Jamesburg, Darren Lewis, who passed away suddenly last week. Thank you. Pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
In accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Law, notice of this public meeting has been published in the Home News Tribune and Starlight newspapers and posted on the Middlesex County website as well as on the front door and bulletin board of the Middlesex County Administration Building at the 4 hours of the end of this meeting, which shall be entered into the minutes of this meeting.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar Barber. Here. County Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner Koppel. Here. County Commissioner McCollum.
Here.
County Commissioner Mara. Here. County Commissioner Tamara.
Here.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Here. We have recognitions.
Yes, first is proclaimed December 2022 as World AIDS Day in Middlesex County. Next, proclaimed December 21st, 2022 as Homeless Persons Memorial Day in Middlesex County. And next is recognizing the dedication of Mayor James A. Felice Memorial Park in Carteret.
Is there a motion to adopt the resolutions?
Second.
Roll call.
County Commissioner Escobar Barber.
Yes.
County Commissioner Kenny.
Yes.
County Commissioner
Yes.
Koppel. County Commissioner McCollum.
Yes.
County Commissioner Mara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara. County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Correspondence.
Each commissioner has been provided with a list of correspondence received by the clerk's office since our last meeting. This correspondence was kept on file in the office of the clerk of the board for records.
Is there a motion to accept the correspondence?
Motion to accept.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Minutes for approval.
Minutes of November 14th, 2022 regular meeting, 7 o'clock p.m.
Is there a motion to
Second.
roll call?
County Commissioner Escobar Barber.
Yes.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner Koppel.
Yes.
County Commissioner McCollum.
Yes.
County Commissioner Mara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. Reports of commissioners. Commissioner Barber.
Thank you, Director Rios. Today, December 1st, marks the annual celebration of World AIDS Day. World AIDS Day is a day to unite in the fight against HIV and to show support for people living with HIV and those who have died from the AIDS-related illness. The Middlesex, Somerset, Huntingdon HIV Health Services Planning Council will be commemorating World AIDS Day by working on a quilt pattern in the memory of Christine Lake. Christine was a long-time advocate for people living with HIV, having worked for the county health department in the STD clinic, and until the time of her death as a medical case manager for Visiting Nurse Association of Central Jersey. As a reminder, Medicare open enrollment closes on December 7th. State health insurance program counselors are available to provide free, objective, and confidential help. If you would like to speak with a counselor and review your current Medicare plan coverage, please call the Office of Aging and Disabled Services or visit the county webpage for additional information. And that concludes my report, Director Rios.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Kenny.
Thank you, Director. I'm happy to report that the traffic signal and roadway improvements for 3 signals along Easton Ave, Easton and Hamilton, Easton and Somerset, and Easton, French, Albany, and Spring Street are in the final phase of construction. The remaining work includes milling and resurfacing and striping, which is currently ongoing at night, subject to the temperature and weather constraints. The project hopefully will be completed by late December. Within the project limits, we did sidewalk, curbing, ADA ramps, signage, pavement, striping, water lines, and traffic signal equipment has been replaced. A 4th leg has been added to the intersection of Albany Easton, French, and Spring Street. And then from the Office of Planning, Middlesex County Office of Planning will hold an in-person public information session on Wednesday, December 7th from 6 to 8 p.m. to solicit input for the Southern Middlesex County Freight Movement Study at the Monroe Senior Center, 12 Halsley Reed Road in Monroe Township. The purpose of the study is to identify strategies to safely manage truck traffic while balancing the needs of the all users of the roadways. For more information about the study, visit the county website for project and details. And that's all I have, Director. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Commissioner Leslie Copel.
Thank you, Director. I have a 2023 budget update. All department budget requests have been submitted, and we are now in the review stage. The Middlesex County Board of Commissioners is anticipating introducing the 2023 county budget on March 2nd, 2023. Just as in previous years, we are slated to be one of the first counties in New Jersey to adopt. Our goal for 2023 is to continue adhering to the county's long-term fiscal strategic plan of controlling and reducing expenditures wherever possible without sacrificing the quality and quantity of services, continuing to decrease annual debt service, continuing to increase the county's retained surplus fund, continuing to enhance our labor force by investing in state-of-the-art technology and education, and funding a $70 million pay-as-you-go capital improvement program to maintain and elevate the county's infrastructure system. The plan is to meet all these fiscal goals while reducing or holding flat the county's overall tax rate. Furthermore, meeting these goals will ensure that the county retain our AAA bond rating for an unprecedented 22nd consecutive year. That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Chanel Scott-McCollum.
Thank you, Director. From the Arts Institute, the Arts Institute presents Warm Up for Winter Wonderland on December 2nd from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Monument Square Park. Our first Friday's event will get you in a festive holiday mood. The DJ will spin some holiday tunes while our caricature artists create your likeness in a holiday scene of your choice. Our vase painter is ready with festive art designs and free hot cocoa cookies and Jamaican beef patties will warm your soul. In the theme of staying warm, bring donations for our coat, hat, and glove jar or replenished, new items only. The New Brunswick tree lighting and Winter Wonderland event follow directly. Visit East Jersey Old Town Village on December 3rd from 11 to 4 p.m. and enjoy a day of free holiday events including music, carols, storytelling, children's crafts, educational activities, and refreshments. From the Office of Career Opportunity, the Workforce Development Board is finalizing a collaboration with Dimension Energy Company for rooftop solar installer training, slated for fall 2023. The free training for interested Middlesex County residents will lead to careers with starting wages of $65 per hour. Additional information on this exciting program will be released in the spring of 2023. The Office of Career Opportunities' first workshop of 2023 is called The Bot is Ready to Interview You Now with Alex Frum and learn how to conquer a new type of interview. Guest speaker Alex Frum is a former corporate business executive turned career coach and public speaker who specializes in video interview preparation and has helped more than 1,200 clients through workshops on interviewing with comfort and confidence, resume development using LinkedIn and more. Director, that concludes my report.
Thank you. Deputy Director Santino.
Thank you, Director. From the Office of the Fire Marshal, as the holiday season is upon us, our Fire Marshal reminds all residents that although this is a time of parties, traveling, entertaining, cooking, and celebrating, it's also a time when fire-related accidents may happen. Unattended cooking, the overloading of electrical circuits, space heaters, indoor fires, and even candles oftentimes result in unexpected tragedies. Most accidental fires during this time of year can be avoided by following some simple safety precautions. Ensure that your smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors are functioning and have been tested. And actually ensure that you have carbon monoxide detectors. We've heard a lot of people have the smoke alarms, but not the second. Eliminate overloading electrical circuits with holiday lighting and or heaters. Only use UL-approved devices, cords, etc. Cut evergreen trees are beautiful holiday traditions, but these are also fire starters if not properly maintained. Keeping them watered and inspecting them routinely during the season is essential in preventing fires. Further, please keep open flames and heating sources away from these trees. When cooking or baking, please don't leave flames unattended, as these can and will cause fires. For additional information on holiday safety, kindly visit the county's website or call our fire bureau at 732-316-7171. And secondly, I had the honor of attending an event today at the Elks Club here in Brunswick. It was the MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving's annual law enforcement recognition program. And this is a statewide event. MAD honors law enforcement from throughout the state for their efforts in keeping our roads, streets safe from people who are drinking and driving or driving under the influence of drugs. It's an event I attend, I try to attend every year, and I just wanted to say what I told all of the officers, that I, for one, and I know everyone on this board is appreciative of their efforts to keep ourselves, our families, and our friends safe. And especially during this holiday time, I'm going to really, everybody needs to enjoy themselves, but enjoy yourselves responsibly and not create tragedies for someone else's family. And on the last note, I will say that today, this year's top cop in DWI and driving while under the influence of drug arrest was a Woodbridge officer. So that was a proud moment for Middlesex County, and so it was a terrific event. Thank you, Director.
Thank you. Commissioner Charlie Tamaro.
Thank you, Director. Tickets for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat at the State Theater are on sale now. Market calendars for December 28th through 30th and pick up your tickets at the State Theater box office at $7 per person. It's an affordable, family-friendly outing. Don't miss the fun holiday tradition. More information about ticket sales can be found on our website. For those who already have cabin fever or just like this cold weather, there's a lot to explore in our park system. Enjoy the quiet, serene natural surfaces, trails, in Thompson Park Conservation Area, or the paved pathway on Middlesex County Greenway. If you appreciate bird watching, check out Davidson Mill Pond Park. Our tennis courts are also open all year round, with many of our courts offering push-button lighting for evening play. Another option to get outdoors this season is our family's ice skating rink in Roosevelt Park, which is now open for the season. The beautiful facility. Sorry about that. All right, let's get back. The beautiful facility has a lot to offer, including open skating, rink rentals, and skating lessons. Lessons start this Saturday, December 3rd, so you will have time to sign up. Lessons include 7 weekly lessons, skate rentals, and practice time. Remember to call the weather hotline 732-745-4484 before heading out, and visit our website for more information. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Mr. Kelso, any resolutions to be added?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be amended?
I just want to point out on page 3, the first resolution, 22-1561, has a typo. The period of time commences January 1st, 2023, not 2022.
Okay. Any resolutions to be held?
There are none.
Any resolutions to be voted?
There are none.
At this time, I open up the meeting to the public on anyone that wants to make any comments on any resolutions listed only. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Good evening, Commissioners. Charlie Cradaville from New Brunswick, and editor of New Brunswick Today. I'd like to hear about your first resolution, 1559. Can you elaborate a little bit on the terms of this understanding between the county and all these other partners?
Cradaville, this is the next step with the educational initiative that was first identified at the time that the commitment was made to the Cancer Institute. This is what we refer to as a memorandum of understanding that's executed by all the parties now that are involved, which is the county, Cancer Institute, Robert Wood Johnson, the magnet schools, and the county college. The document just sets forth the basis for cooperation with regard to establishing things such as internships, training, courses to be added and developed at the magnet schools and the county college, and to work towards concluding a more formal agreement as the next year or two evolve while the institute is being built. This is just simply the next step, which commits all the parties in writing to advance that initiative.
Right, so this is pursuant to the $25 million grant from this board. Okay, and I'll be able to get a copy of that MOU.
Yeah.
Thank you. Move on to page 3. I see another contract for ABA Top Right LLC. This one's not to exceed $1.6 million. Again, for marketing. This is the company from Georgia that has, as I pointed out, donated to your campaign and some of your colleagues. How do you justify this additional $1.6 million for this vendor?
Very simply, John, go ahead.
Yeah, this now is associated with the work that's being done across the other elements of the county enterprise, which includes the college, the magnet schools. Again, much of the work relative to outreach that's being done, as well as branding of those facilities, is done through Top Right, and it's associated with the cost of those facilities, not here at the county property.
And also the MCIA and the MCU.
Yes.
So they're doing marketing for all of those entities.
That's good.
Yeah, and what I would say is just a clarification, when I use the term marketing, but marketing includes not just identifying what we're doing relative to identifying economic growth through trying to attract customers into Middlesex County. When you think about many of the programs and services that are offered by the county, many times the knowledge of these programs does not get communicated and there's no outreach. What Top Right is providing through the departments like our community services and others is ensuring that we're putting together the messaging that ensures that there's greater awareness to what the county is doing to support the community, like the rental assistance program, which you may have seen some commercials on. So it's not only marketing from the standpoint of branding who we are, but also marketing those services and programs essential to the community.
I understand. I just see it's a large amount of money, because this is $1.6 million for this contract, but that's on top of how many more million? 4 or 5 million they've already
I
gotten?
think all these contracts are awarded through competitive bidding. There's a number of entities that come in with their proposals.
Sure. Were they the lowest bidder?
No, they're not. And again, when you look at competitive bid, you're looking at not only the cost of the service, but the programs they're proposing to provide, the expertise and skills they bring to the table. In this particular arena, and many other reasons, because it's lowest cost, you don't always get the best product. So you have to look at all those elements that hopefully bring a higher value to our community. And competitive bid process allows you to do that.
Okay. Well, I'll just state that I think we do have a problem with pay-to-play here in Middlesex County, and this is a prime example where a vendor is, donating to the commissioners' campaigns, and then getting millions in contracts, even though they're not the lowest bidder. So I continue to be concerned about that. I will move on to I think the final one I wanted to ask about is at the top of page 10. Can you tell me what specialized equipment are we talking about in the MOU between the prosecutors and various municipalities? Oh, 1607 at the top, page 10.
Really?
Yes. It's the equipment that we loan out to the towns from emergency management and prosecutor's office. It's just a yearly agreement that we do in case there's any damages that the town will install.
So same as last year.
It was last year.
Okay.
We do it every year.
Just refresh my memory, what types of equipment are we talking about? No weapons?
Light towers, command posts.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public? Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Hi, yes, Danielle Moore, Somerset Street. I will continue with what Mr. Cradwell was saying before this. That's with 1559. So now you're claiming that you're a part, even though I already knew, but I'm going to say this way, you're claiming that you're part of this project now with the Cancer Center?
This is part of the project. This is, as Mr. Kelso stated, this is the beginning piece of the understanding of agreement with all these entities that are going to be part of the Cancer Institute, the college, the magnet schools.
And wow, like I said, it's unbelievable. The reason why I said it the way I did, where at the time we're showing the safety hazards, oh, we're not part of this. This wasn't our decision. Where, and that's why I said, oh, you're a part of it now. Because like I said, wow. What you did, taking the school away, surely wasn't good, and where putting that school at now is not good. And after me, that's something that I didn't want to be a witness of, going into the cancer center on Little Albany Street to see what it's like when I take my mom there for treatment. Wow, New Brunswick, you didn't need a new cancer center. You just wanted to be the biggest cancer center in the United States. But like I said, now I will say, you said you're a part of it. All of you will regret, the Board of Education, Middlesex County College, the city, Mayor Cahill, the planning board, all of you will regret having to put a school in a location where it is, due to where, like I said, it's not safe at all. At least 4 to 5 stabbings in 2 months over there, due to where you don't have all the drugs over there, or is the police department doing anything? And like I said, God forbid, you know, I'm a person with special visits, and I proved that to several of you many times. What I'm seeing, I pray it doesn't happen. But like I said, surrounded by 7 bars with men touching over there, due to where, yes, I've been touched 2 times, and wow, you're putting kids over there? You will all be ashamed, and like I said, regret taking this, because like I said, wow, what a lovely cancer center right over there. How much space, how you don't have to wait for it and all. This was just for show and tell to be the biggest out of the United States. But I will move on.
I think you're mistaken there by making comments that we
Well, I'm not going to let you use my time. Excuse me, I don't mean to cut you off, but I do want to get to 1615, and then like I said.
What page is that?
That's 11, due to where I hope that this is a program to start helping people, due to where I see it regards to something with overdosing, and due to where I will say that New Brunswick and plenty of other locations, but I will say New Brunswick has had at least 12 overdoses on fentanyl. I don't know if this is with drugs or medication or what is this program for, but wow, for this to happen in only 6 months' time, due to where, and I do see other places starting to help out, and I surely hope that the county can really help out with. You have too many drugs on the street, due to where, like I said before, and I will say it again, wow, too many police officers getting paid to sit on their rear end, where, like I said, as a resident here of 45 years, to see all this going on, like I said, and surrounded by Rutgers Police Department, New Brunswick Police Department, and the Sheriff Department, but wow, there's way too many drugs on this street, and certainly not happy with what I'm seeing. But now you can continue what you were saying about with the cancer center, but like I said.
I think it's a shame that you're condemning to have a cancer institute, cancer center right here in the city of New Brunswick, in the county of Middlesex, to make it easier for our residents to have access to cancer care and make their life easier and less stressful. I think it's a win-win situation to have a cancer center it's so handy right here in Middlesex County, and to condemn that, I think it's a shame.
Well, like I said, didn't I just tell you what you have? New Brunswick has a cancer center already. Didn't I say, wow, it's stressful on me? I know what you mean, it's stressful, due to where I got to take my mom over there to get treatments right over there, so I know what it's like, but it still wasn't worth knocking down no school and putting kids at risk for danger. And please, I hope you, just because it's not your child, even though it's not my kids that go to school over there, but I look at after any child as my own when it comes to safety issues. Would you want one of your kids chucked over there, some drunk man to come up and grab your grandchildren? Do you want to see what people are pissing out there? Please, I want you to really feel where I'm coming from. When I say not safe, I provide the evidence when I speak. Do I got to bring the pictures over here?
Continue to talk about the memorandum of
well, you're the one that really brought it up, saying that I'm making a reason why. Like I said,
you made a comment about how bad it is for the cancer pavilion to be here, and that we could go somewhere else. You know what? That's a shame.
Like I said, I'm not against the cancer suite. Like I said, I know how cancer is. Like I said, my mom, she has 4 cancer in her body.
Your time is up. Thank you. Anyone else in the public?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Mr. Kelso, does any commissioner have to vote on it separately? Anyone?
I do, sir.
Okay. Please state which one.
Item number 22-1583R, and item number 22-1606R.
Okay,
I also have item 22-1570R.
anything else? Okay, Mr. Kelso?
Yes, Director, a motion would then be in order to adopt a consent agenda consisting of resolution numbers 22-1559 through resolution 22-1616, excluding resolutions 22-1583, 22-1606, and 22-1570 to be voted upon separately.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt
Second.
consent agenda.
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escobar Barber.
Yes.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner
Yes.
Coppell. County Commissioner McCollum.
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
And now, Director, it would be appropriate to consider the resolutions excluded by Commissioner McCollum. And that's 22-1583 and 22-1606.
Is there a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escobar Barber.
Yes.
County Commissioner
Yes.
Kenny.
Yes.
County Commissioner Coppell. County Commissioner McCollum.
Present for abstaining.
County Commissioner Nara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Tamara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes.
Finally, Director, it would be appropriate to consider the resolution excluded by Commissioner Nara, and that's 22-1570.
Is there a motion to adopt?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Roll call?
County Commissioner Escobar Barber.
Yes.
County
Yes.
Commissioner Kenny. County Commissioner
Yes.
Coppell. County Commissioner McCollum.
Yes.
County Commissioner Nara.
Present but not voting.
County Commissioner Tamara.
Yes.
County Commissioner Director Rios.
Yes. This time I open up the meeting to the public. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Good evening. My name is Alexandria Harris. Address is 47 East Cuff Street, Sayreville, New Jersey. I am a student at Rutgers University. I am president of RU Progressive, and here to talk about the Woodbridge Gas Power Plant. I also serve as the Sayreville Environmental Commission, but I am talking as a member of the public. I am proud to say that my town council, or borough council, I should say, has passed the resolution taking a stand against the power plant. So has Somerset County, other civic groups, and municipality governments as well. And I'm asking for the Middlesex County Commissioners to also join the many organizations and citizens in your county and across the state against the power plant. To talk about why, I would like to remind you that we are facing global warming, human extinction, sea level rise, due to our carbon footprint and greenhouse gases that would be emitted and the other pollutants from the gas power plant. If you are unfamiliar or need a reminder, some of these pollutants include 110 tons of carbon monoxide, 149 tons of nitrogen oxides, 39.9 tons of sulfur dioxide, and 8.9 tons of total hazardous air. Coupled with hundreds of tons of already existing air pollutants that would all contribute to long-term diseases and economic risks. Here in Middlesex County, we already are producing enough energy to support the demand of our 6 existing power plants. And it appears to be another case of corporations putting profits over people. Again, I am asking for the Middlesex County Commissioners to consider opposing this power plant. The energy would be outsourced, we would be getting all the risks and none of the benefits, and we should be taking a stand of what we didn't do yesterday and decades ago for a better planet, for a healthy air, clean air, a safe environment, and a safe planet. I also wanted to ask a question. I think this is for Commissioner Tamara or Commissioner Kenny. I think one of you two are from Edison, is that correct? I have a question about the Kitty Keeple camp. Are you familiar with that camp?
Yeah, what about it?
I was just wondering, is the funding coming from the county?
Some funding comes from the county, yes.
So my question is for you and the rest of the commissioners about the budget. So I have attended, also for anyone who is unfamiliar with this camp, this serves the underprivileged and underserved and marginalized communities of the county. It only serves low-income families, and kids can go there for free of charge of the families to a stay-away camp throughout the summer. Depending on your case, you can go there for the entire summer and come over weekends throughout the year. Also serves the senior population in the county as well. I have gone there as a child. I have also worked there and volunteered. I do have family that now works there in a higher position, and throughout the years, the budget has been decreased. I remember children would be able to get toiletries, be able to wash their underwear. Food was better too, and that has been cut throughout the years. I'm now 24. I've been familiar with this camp ever since I started going there at 11, but then actually no, even younger than that, because my sister went there for a few years before I did. So I just wanted to raise some awareness on how much this really serves the community. My summers at this camp were the happiest. I had a very troubled childhood, coming from the foster system and disruptive households. This was a sanctuary. And unfortunately, the funding for this camp has been cut gradually throughout the years. I wanted to ask about that and see if we could maybe,
That's not, that facility is not funded solely by Middlesex County, and
It's a
we
charity.
have not cut our funding.
Could we possibly increase it? With inflation being considered, especially this year, I think it's over 6%.
We would have to take that into consideration.
I would really appreciate it, and I think the many kids that this camp has served throughout the years, the decades, they would really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else from the public, please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Hi, yes, Danielle Moore, Somerset Street. First, I would like to say the great news. It's good to see that the state has moved on with Livingston Avenue, with the pattern going all the way to North Brunswick. It's very good to see that how that's all the way towards Howe Lane. But now, one thing, the bad news that I really have to say, it's very sad to see how the county paid almost $6.6 million to have this road done. And I thank you so much. Like I said, I thank Mr. Ron Sanders. His whole idea was to control accidents, people getting killed and all. And wow, to see a 3-car crash on 1124 on Livingston Avenue on the corner of Livingston and Handy, I will say once again, please speak up to New Brunswick Police Department, because like I said, they are getting paid too much money to sit on their rear end and to have a motor vehicle crash almost every day here in New Brunswick. Well, I've been here 45 years, a resident, and never to see nothing like this. Like I said, the plan, everybody, it's been 6 months now to get used to this plan. But like I said, it's not your plan. It's that, like I said, the police need to do their job. Come on. And I hope you do speak up due to about the situation with too many accidents and people getting killed and hit, due to where you done had 2 people hit already on Livingston Avenue this year. Now, I would like to also thank Mr. Ron Sanders.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Excuse me, no, I'm sorry, I didn't know what you expect, but not until my time, sweetie. I would like to thank Mr. Ron Sanders for taking the time to meet with me on 1028-22 on the corner of Eastern Avenue and French Street, due to where, yes, like I said, I am a person with special visions, and I did see a situation due to where, once you come off of Eastern Avenue, and due to where make that left turn, due to where the idea with I think it was the sensors or the shields that they were going to put up there, it was stopping people at the red light, and it was going to create a pileup. I would say thank you, God bless you to, like I said, taking me seriously and having your crew look into, like understand that I surely see the difference due to where it doesn't happen anymore ever since the pieces were put up on the traffic light. Thank you, like I said it all the time, I wish we had more people like you. Believe me, this place would be a better place around. And one thing due to where like I mentioned at the traffic meeting today, as far as with French Street and Albany, due to where, please, I'm going to tell you it's the same plan, almost like Livingston Avenue, where with the center lane, I still don't understand with the left turn. I will get to you another day, Mr. Ron Sanders, on that. But please, one thing I'm saying, you're going to need a guardrail. And I announced it at the traffic meeting with Mr. Valletti and all them, due to where to put down there, due to where you have too many people coming out that one-way street already and making illegal U-turns. The difference between this pattern, it's a double lane. It's not like Livingston Avenue, a single lane and with the center lane. I've been seeing too many close calls, and like I said, please, I hope you and Mr. Valenti get together and, like I said, and put a guardrail in there to where you don't have to worry about the cars cutting through. That is a very busy area. I know you're an engineer where you see things certain way, but like I said, I'm a person where I see things and I tell you, to where when something I say I can't stop thinking about something, that's not a good sign. So please, I hope you do take me seriously with that guardrail. And even maybe sometime that if you pass through there at night, like I laughed at one of the officers when I was doing pictures one day, I said, ooh, I know we can do the pictures, some people's not gonna do the right thing, but if you happen to go when a police officer is there, like I told you at nighttime, you'll see more dangerous things than what's going on. But like I said, I didn't get a chance to get to my pictures. Maybe at the next meeting I will do that with you, Mr. Rontanis. But please, yes, I hope you look into the guardrail, please. I tell you, I just can't stop thinking about that, and I don't want to see what I'm seeing, a fatal crash.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Thank you. Good evening, Commissioners. John Shu, 219 West Shirley Avenue, Edison, New Jersey. I'd just like to, first off, I'd like to thank the county for their efforts when addressing climate change. I know there's like solar panels in Highland Park that the county has supported. I know I visited the county landfill, and they recycle the methane from the garbage to reuse that power. You know, as a little bit better to not have that methane go into the air. But I do want to speak about the proposed resolution. The resolution that has been brought up tonight to oppose the power plant that's going to be proposed power plant that's going to be in Caseby, Woodbridge. It will be next to an existing power plant that was constructed 6 years ago. So just from that fact, we can see that we have built up the infrastructure to support the power in the county. My point being that we really actually don't need the power in the county, and despite that, we will have access the pollution from it as well. So that is a negative there. Another issue, I also want to bring up that we have passed these resolutions opposing the power plant in various municipalities. It started first in Edison, where I'm from. It also passed in Highland Park, Saraville, Franklin, Rahway. In many of the towns, also Perth Amboy. So many of the four of the 6 towns closest to the power plant, which would be constructed in Woodbridge, they passed resolutions asking really the governor and the NJDEP to oppose the power plant and to not give them the air permit that they need. I'm here to ask that the committee, the county commissioners here, pass that resolution as well. I think this is important for our future, for future of the planet, but also for just the air quality in Middlesex County. Unfortunately, we do have an F rating with the American Lung Association for ozone, so that's a negative for our air. So we want to address that pollution. We also want to talk about just like our Congressman Frank Pallone, he's called climate change an existential threat. So one way to mitigate that is to not create more fossil fuel infrastructure that we don't need. We do need power, but in this case we don't need it. And we also have offshore wind coming online off the New Jersey coast in a couple of years. So this is something we don't need, and for the benefit of our citizens in the county, it's best to oppose this deal. Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public? Is there a motion? Is there a motion?
I'll speak if you let me.
Come on up. Please state your name and address, and you have 5 minutes.
Yes, Charlie Cradville. Just speaking to you as a resident of New Brunswick right now, I wanted to say that I stand with everyone here who's opposing the KSB power plant, and I wanted to hear from the commissioners, whether you've been persuaded to agendize a resolution for your next meeting. We can get this done by the end of the year. Would you be willing to do that? Is there any commissioner up here who'd be willing to introduce that resolution?
We don't have the permitting process to our availability. Whatever power plant wants to be, whatever company that wants to construct a power plant, they have to go through a permitting process through the state, and it's not by us. So at this time, we're not going to propose a resolution opposing or in favor of the power plant in Woodbridge.
Well, I have to encourage you to reconsider and encourage members of the public to keep coming here and keep telling you why this is an important issue, because at the end of the day, we only get one planet to live on, and this is the place that we all chose to live, Middlesex County. We chose it for a variety of reasons, but it's a great, beautiful place. And one of the things we're already struggling with is poor air quality. This will make it harder to breathe. So you can, focus on the process and the procedure and say, we're not technically the decision makers here, so we're going to stay silent and let the process play out. But I'll point out that leaders in Edison, leaders in Sayreville, leaders in Perth Amboy, leaders in Highland Park said that type of mentality is not good enough to deal with a crisis. We're in a crisis, the climate crisis, air quality on top of that. We need leaders to step up, and the fact is that the governor is going to be the decision maker on this. And I know you know the governor. I know we'll probably see him in a couple of weeks for your reorganization, and he cares what you think. He cares what people in these seats think, and that's why residents are asking their elected leaders to pass resolutions calling for Murphy to reject the power plant and for his DEP to reject their air permits. This is a process by which you use your power for good to influence the ultimate decision makers. So, with all due respect, your response was not satisfactory. I think that you need to look at the issue holistically, look at the people who you are here to serve, the residents of the county, and ask what decision is best. We know that you have passed things like this before. When there's something happening that you want to influence at the state level, you can pass a resolution calling for adoption or rejection of a particular measure, and you've done that in the past. We're asking you to use that power to protect our air, to protect our ability to breathe and remain here in Middlesex County. And I think you've spoken to the climate crisis already, and it's clear that everyone on this dais believes it's a real threat to our communities. And I just can't see how, in the face of a huge threat right here in our county, we're not asking you to weigh in on something in another county. This is in Middlesex County, right on the Raritan River. In 2022, they want to build another fossil fuel power plant, and we're asking our elected leaders to stand up for us. And so I just wanted to say that I join everybody here in solidarity, and I encourage more people to come out to these meetings and ask their local leaders and county leaders to weigh in on this important issue. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until we're struggling to breathe, people are dying prematurely. Don't wait until the climate crisis spirals further out of control and we have more flooding and more damage, more costs for government, more people's lives being taken. You have a chance right now to make a difference, and so I'm asking you respectfully, please, one of you, make the move. Ask your clerk to place this resolution on your next agenda. I'll continue to make myself available if anybody has questions. I know we've had some discussions on this, and I'm very passionate about this, and I hope that one of you will join me in placing this up for a vote. There's no harm in doing that, and I think it's important. It's an issue that's worthy of it, and I would ask one of you to please speak up right now and say, let's put this on the agenda. Well, I hope that you will continue to think on this, and I hope that people will continue to make their voices heard.
Time's up.
Thank you.
Do the right
Time's
thing.
up.
Happy holidays.
Anyone else in the public? Is there a motion to close?
Move to close public portion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Motion carried. Meeting adjourned.